In the last year, you've been a part of 2 NFL Network Oiler-related documentaries from their Football Life series. I thought the 93 Oilers doc was fantastic. Wasn't quite as happy with the Warren Moon documentary, but just curious as to what you thought of them, and was there a story missing from either of these that you really wish was in there?
The time restraints on the 93 Oilers prohibited so much. I spent about 2 hours with them telling them stories that they just didn't have time to get in because so much happened that season. So many, it was the wildest, most tumultuous season in the history of the NFL for one team. I used to challenge other media people, make that statement, and they go, "Oh no, man, I had this happen and that happened." And I'd say, "Really?" I'd say, "Well, here's what we had happen that year." And then they go, "Wow, no, I can't beat that." It's almost like you're playing poker. So they really needed at least 2 hours to do that. And as far as the Moon, I did an interview with them. They came in here, they interviewed me. And when you think about everything that goes into one of those things, they spend a lot of time and effort and money traveling around the country interviewing people. And so I'm guessing, actually I know a bunch of people they interviewed that never made the finished product. But did I have a problem with it? No, I didn't have a problem with it.
Did you enjoy the 93 documentary overall, what they could include?
That was such a fun season. No, I wouldn't have added anything. That was such a fun season. I'd forgotten a lot of it, even though I covered it. What I mainly liked was seeing people now being interviewed about then, about their memories of it, to see if it was the same as mine. And I learned some things I wish that I had known back then. I would have written about it, that popped up there, and I thought, damn, I wish I'd have known that. And also, I remember how, from watching that documentary, how the offensive linemen still were angry at David Williams for not coming to New England and playing the game after they had a plane ready, after his baby was born, so he still could have got on the plane and come to New England and played the game. But they won it. That was the game Warren Moon was benched and had to play when Cody Carlson got hurt, and Bob Young, the offensive line coach. It's when he came out of the dressing room and compared David not being there to a soldier not wanting to go to war, staying home while his baby was born, and that created a national controversy that ended up with Vice President Al Gore blasting Bob Young in speeches like he was a Neanderthal. And that was a fun season for 2 reasons. They won, and you had controversy every day. There was a different story every day. I wish, and I've told the NFL Network people this, the next one they should do, and I realize they don't want to have too many Oiler-related since the Oilers are not in business, but I told them, I said, if you guys do one during the Jerry Glanville era, you will have more incredible stories on that one than you have or as many incredible stories on the Jerry Glanville era as you did on the 93 Oilers. And I threw a few of them out there at them, and so I'm hoping that they do one on that. As far as I'm concerned, guys, they can't do too much on anything Oiler-related because I don't want the Oilers to die. And I used to tell Bud Adams, he was sitting on a whole warehouse of Oilers stuff to give a lot to the Texas Sports Hall of Fame in Waco so people will remember the Oilers, because we don't have anything. So if we have to keep them alive on film that's shown on NFL Network, then that's a way to preserve the history and the tradition and everything that we cherished about that franchise for all those decades.
You're listening to Houston Sports Talk.